Hello, I'm Dylan Grinder. This is Really Playing Games, the show where we play games. Really, actually. We played a game last week and we're going to play a game this week as well. And then who knows if we'll continue playing games. Summer, how are you? Please talk to chat while I figure out why my water bottle isn't sucking up water. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ooh. Oof. Yeah. In a year. Yeah. I'm so happy for you in your eyes. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Oh, thank God. That's good for season two. Yeah. I watched a murder today. Um, I witnessed a murder. I witnessed a bug. It was a bug murder. I saw shortly before the show, I saw a spider catch and kill an ant right in front of me, and I had never seen that before, and it was fucking weird. Because I've seen video clips of spiders doing spidery things, because documentaries and whatnot, but I had never actually, and I'd seen dead bugs in spider webs, but I'd never watched a spider do its thing. And I am arachnophobic, so that definitely flavors the experience a little bit. But ants are small. Unfortunately, this spider was also small, so it was a little less scary for me. But yeah, we're dealing with some ants right now. We have like a little incursion. It's not full on, oh god, the ants, there's so many. It's not to that point yet. And we just got traps because we're not allowed to set up ant traps ourselves. We have to, because I live in a national park, we have to ask the park to give us traps that they specifically approve to set up. And we just got those like this morning or something. But I saw one of these ants and I like flicked it off the surface it was on toward one of these traps, not knowing there was a spider web down there, and like it went directly into the web, and this spider just came out and was like, "You're mine, bitch." And it was weird. It was weird. Seeing stuff in documentaries, like far more high definition in a documentary because they have better. Yeah. Yeah. It was, man, nature is fucking brutal. like I every once in a while something Yeah, every once in a while, I'm just reminded that like the majority of animals on this planet, when they die, it's some like horrible, brutal, violent end, and that's life. Like, I'm just like, whoa. Oh God, yeah. So that was my existential crisis for the day. Uh, um, i oh yeah, yeah. Well, because it's set up. Um, Basically, we've been having these little like uh, uh, frontiersman ants trying to find something interesting. We haven't gotten the marching line yet. They've just been roaming around in one of our bathrooms, and the spider has set up in the little crack between the heater and the side of the bathtub, which coincidentally is the corner of the bathtub where the ants keep crawling around. Because I think they were coming up through the heater or some shit. And so, I bet the spider's like, yeah! Having a great time. This is still a murder. Still a murder. I won't be calling the police because ACAB, but some community-oriented justice solutions will be headed toward the spider in the... as long as we have ants, I'm definitely leaving that spider right there. But yeah, did anything else happen? I don't know. I've been watching. Did I mention that I've been watching all of Kingdom Hearts? Have I mentioned it? Did I? Okay. Yeah. I finally got to the point where I've watched all of the games before Kingdom Hearts 3, which I have not played. I played a little bit of. And I have so many opinions. That are much more charitable than I thought they would be. 'Cause like Kingdom Hearts on the tin is kind of ridiculous. And so, and people like to talk a lot about how it's super convoluted and complicated and there's so much just bullshit in it. And now having watched pretty much the entire series, I don't think that's true. Like, hi, reliable. Hello, welcome. I don't think it's actually that complicated. I don't think it's any more complicated than, like, I don't know, Naruto or My Hero Academia or any other, like, shonen, like, long-term shonen story. The problem is that, like, so much of its story is split up into games on, like, 4 different handheld devices that very few people played, and the main series console games like Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3 do some work to recap what happens, but it's not like a replacement for actually having played or experienced those games in some way. And it's like really sequential, like it builds on itself as it goes. And so I sort of feel like people come in partway through expecting to be able to understand everything, and that's just not how that works for that kind of story. Like I'm trying to think of a popular example. The Wizard Turf series, Harry Potter. Like if you tried to read the last book of Harry Potter, you would be confused as shit. And like, it's so weird to me that this game has this reputation as being wild, or this series, I should say, has this reputation of being wildly confusing. When it's literally just like one of the things people bring up as a confusing thing is there's a villain who puts parts of himself in 13 different people as part of like his master plan, and I'm like, that's just Horcruxes. If you can understand Harry Potter, you can understand Kingdom Hearts. It's not that complicated. And it's killing me because like I've been binging the shit out of this series, and the person I'm watching play it keeps talking, like something will happen and it'll be like, that's so convoluted and weird, and I'm like, you're playing the game. How are you not getting this? Oh God, I don't know. And maybe it's just that my brain is specifically wired to understand Kingdom Hearts. Maybe it's that I'm a massive weeb and I've watched a unreasonable amount of anime, and so like there are certainly some spots, like one of the things he pointed out was a lot of the cutscenes, a character will say something and the camera will pan up to the sky and hold for a beat, and it's not the end of the scene and it's not part of a transition to another scene or anything like that. It's just a moment as part of the scene, and how strange that felt to him. And like that happens a lot in Japanese fiction and cinematography, I feel, where like a character will be having a moment and visually that moment gets connected to the environment that they're in. And I wonder if maybe a lot of it is just like one, having this huge sequential thing where if you miss a chain in the middle, then you're sort of like the rug gets pulled out from under you. And then two, just people not being familiar with that like visual and like cinematographic might be the right word, language. I don't know. Anyway, I have opinions. What's new? Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh no, which game? I think I put that on our list without telling you. Yeah. I'm gonna check. So I feel like I saw a trailer or something for it and was like, we should play that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, it's not on our list. I'll put it on. Ooh. Okay. Nice. Oh, there was a game that got announced at the Game Awards. Game of Awards? Really, Dylan? Come on. Oh god, there was a game announced at the Game Awards called Open Roads. That looked really interesting that I put on our list. But yeah. I have a question for you, Summer. This question also goes for the chat, and if YouTube commenters feel like commenting, this question is for you as well. I'm looking at the camera so that you know it's for you. So, I know people celebrate a lot of different things toward the end of the year. I'm not going to try and enumerate all of them, but there are many winter holidays, and my question is, what to you is the food you have to have as part of an end of year holiday, a winter holiday thing? What is the thing that, like, if you don't have that, it doesn't count? What is it? Yep. Really? Okay. Mmm. Just make it for you. Like, all right. I can get behind that. Real quick, I want to address a thing in chat. Rock asks, like, the holidays doesn't count or the whole year doesn't count? Either or, dealer's choice. um, for me, it's bagels. Yep. Specifically, Christmas morning bagels. Every every year for Christmas, when we do presents and such at the beginning of the day, basically we like wake up, we go downstairs, we do presents, do stockings, all that stuff. But while we do that, we have bagels, and we have done that every year for as long as I can remember. And like, there are other traditions that we have where I'm like, it's okay if this doesn't happen. Like, we usually do Christmas Eve crabs. Um, it's great. It's fantastic. I don't think we've had crab season yet, which makes it a little difficult to get crabs. There was some weird like big algae bloom, and so crab season hasn't happened. But yeah, usually we have crabs Christmas Eve. And like, I'm okay with the fact that we're probably not going to have crabs this year. And like, that's chill. But bagels, I think one year we did something other than bagels, and both I and my sibling were like, Christmas is canceled. So yeah, Christmas morning bagels are the thing for me. And it's nice cuz I mean, big dinner things are nice and enjoyable. They're a lot of work, usually for my mom. Um, and they're really complicated and kind of a pain in the ass, honestly. Like cooking a bunch of food for Thanksgiving is kind of a pain in the ass. Cooking crabs is kind of a pain in the ass. Um, but like, it's the simple, easy things that I think really stick out to me. Like Christmas morning bagels. I think I may have mentioned that my family does a thing called Waldorf salad for Thanksgiving, which is an atrocious, horrible mess that consists of whipped cream and mayonnaise and marshmallows and a bunch of sweet fruits. But actually tastes really good, even though it has mayonnaise in it. Like, you would not expect it to taste even edible, but it really is quite good. And like that, it's like super like white trash food. But it's simple and it's easy, and it's like, I don't know. It's those things that to me end up sticking out as like, that's what defines the holiday for me, or the things that we can do even when we're tired or money is tight, you know. Sausage balls? Explain. Is it just a what? I've That sounds amazing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Is it like eggs and cheese and breakfast sausage? And yeah, we have a similar thing. It's really good. Yeah. Yeah. So good. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. 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 It's nice to have nice things for yourself. Mm-hmm. Oh man. Let's play a game. All right. Absolutely none. Already doing it. All right, continue. We might finish it. We'll see. Okay. Hey. I think we already went inside here, but we can do this. Yeah, correct.
Oh, what a mess. That's not gonna help us get this house sold.
Yeah, we got our deadbeat dad to thank for that.
Yeah.
So obviously the ladder's gone, but what about that handle? Is it still here somewhere?
Handle? Of vodka? Oh
You
god,
wanna take
I'm
another look at the
getting
picture?
a lot of rendering lag here. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna take a look at some... Whoa! What the fuck is maxing out my computer that hard? Go away, Epic Games Launcher. Get fucked! Alright. Maybe, hopefully that helps. Otherwise, oh well, we'll deal with it.
Help.
Okay. Look.
What do you think is up there?
I don't know. I'm trying not to speculate. My brain was going to some real dark places.
It's a body! Oh, it's probably just storage. We don't have to do this. I'll protect you. Pick. Oh my...
It's probably just
shit.
storage. We're gonna find like 13 years of National Geographic or something.
So why would she keep it a secret then?
Hold on. What? I need to, thank you for the... I don't usually look at alerts during our games, but thank you for the gift sub, Summer, and thank you for the 24-month resub, Rock. Holy shit. Okay. Whew. Focused. Let's go.
No lever. Man, this place is a mess.
If they're
I thought I saw something red over here, but guess my mind's just playing tricks on me.
You're a ladder. Oh, that is a ladder. Well, you know... Oh my god, look. There we go.
The handle should be behind this.
Oh? What?
there
This
it is.
fucking garage, barn, whatever.
It's opening up.
The secret keeper always did store all the best secrets in the clouds.
Yep. Come on, let's find a way to climb up there.
Oh, we got this one covered. Hell yeah, we're so good at games. Are you okay, Summer? Do we need to take a second? Ooh. Hello, thumbnail.
Can you see anything?
Nope. Nada.
Man, glow in the dark stars in the ceiling are... Yeah.
Here, found a switch.
Why would you paint that there?
Holy shit. Well, that shaved a few years off my life.
Oh, God.
Whoa.
It's true.
It's
Her story.
look. She left us something.
I love this music.
It's got a combination
You know what this music reminds me
of
of?
letters.
Once Upon
Do
a
you
Time.
think she hid the code
you ever watch
somewhere in
that?
all this?
Knowing Mary Ann,
God.
probably.
Well, you wanna do
Same.
this?
Yeah. Let's start here.
I don't remember if I got to a point with Peter Pan. I just remember fucking Rumpelstiltskin's all the magic comes with a price thing. Once upon a time, there was a young... Oh, examine.
Recognize this?
Yeah. It's from the story where the goblins tricked the Mad Hunter.
It looks like it, but it's different, right? Can you check the book?
Hold on.
It moves. Oh. Some of these parts are buttons.
Oh, this is so cool!
The title is different.
Once upon a time, there was a young princess who felt hopeless. I just wanted to read all the things. Oh my god. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. Hold on. We're going to read the things, and then we're going to look at the book. One day, she took her tiara and ran away to the forest. The old bear's gifts for the princess. The very old beaver's repair list. Oh my god. Crafty goblins' good deeds. Cruel parents kept her locked away in their musty palace, and the crafty goblins' loot. Okay, alright, we're gonna look at this book. This button? Nope. This button? Yes. Yeah, the title is different. This top one.
It's not the same title, so I guess that counts as a difference. Okay, spot the differences.
The
princess is running away from the Mad Hunter.
Who was sent by
The Mad Hunter still has two hands here.
Oh.
So
Oh, yeah.
this was either before the gold lady cut off his other one, or after he earned it back?
Which either makes it before most of the stories or after.
Yeah, at some point when she was running away from whatever the hell the Mad Hunter
him
meant to
talk.
Mary Ann.
It's okay.
No goblins.
Yeah. In
Oh, shit.
the original, the goblins managed to save the princess from the Mad Hunter.
So we saved Mary Ann from something, but not in this version?
Figured anything out yet?
Yeah.
Nah, why do you think she added that castle in the background?
See the color of the flag? It could be her mother.
That's it. Whoa.
What's in there? Tyler, see that little light? I think we need to solve this one next.
Oh!
Pictures, letters. Have you ever seen any of these?
What
All the
the
pictures
fuck?
of Mary Ann I've ever seen were the ones hanging on the walls.
I can't believe she was a ballet dancer.
What?
Mary Ann.
And a good one, too.
God, that's so not
This
her.
is like all of her life before the kids.
Oh, poor thing.
Why would she keep an old drawing of a pet in here?
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a picture of her that young.
I think that's her mom in the background.
Hmm.
The gold lady. That was definitely her mom.
So, did Mary Ann grow up kinda rich?
Maybe. Would have been nice to have some of that.
Yeah. We have missed so many of these. Oh no.
The Gold Lady is the wise princess's cruel mother, who sent the Mad Hunter to drive the girl back to the palace.
Oh.
Did you know she studied engineering?
No. But it looks like she
Maybe.
changed her major to visual arts.
I don't think she actually got it changed. The paper's not signed and it's all wrinkled. Like someone tried to throw it away.
Engineering, huh?
An artsy environmentalist. Yep, that sounds like Mary Ann's exact kind of catnip.
All right, what's this letter? Marianne, I can't do this anymore. You deserve better than cliche bullshit like, it's not you, it's me, but the truth is, it's all been too much to deal with, and I've realized I'm just not ready. Maybe if we could have dealt with all of this on our own without your mom constantly putting pressure on us, things could have been different. But the damage is done, and it's probably too late for that now. I'm so sorry. You're an amazing person. It made me a better man. I hate myself for doing this, but I feel like we'll both be better off apart. There I go with the cliches again. Please don't ever stop being who you are. Here, but I'm gone. Brent. Ooh.
Could this guy have been any more cryptic?
Tyler, see that little light? I think we need to solve this one next.
This one? Okay.
Here's the gold lady again. She's all over the board. There was a figure of her in that stash by the Mad Hunter painting, right?
Oh, yeah.
So maybe all of this is related to what we found in there.
Hey, I can move the piece next to the gold lady.
So
All these
ballet.
pictures.
The princess dancing, playing violin, spinning wool. I guess this is stuff she did for fun.
Oh,
Notice
Bert,
how
Bert,
unhappy
yeah.
she looks in all these pictures? I don't think she was having any fun.
Is the gold lady setting the animals free?
Judging from the broomstick, I'd say she's getting rid of them, not setting them free.
This one.
The wise princess looks like she's trying to run away.
And she's being watched by the gold lady.
Artiste?
What's the gold lady do? Is that it?
It's opening.
Hey, look at us go. Oh. O and an L. Oh, this is so cool.
What's in there this time?
That's the house.
Is that Carol?
Yeah, and Sam.
Oh.
Look at him. He's so young and happy.
Oops.
Wow. She worked for a watchmaker in Juneau before she moved to Delos.
Oh.
No wonder she was so handy.
Here's my Delos Crossing pal's number. I let him know you were interested in the house he's selling,
Oh,
Tammy.
so that's how she found the house.
Weird. That explains all the weird, like, clockwork, mechanical puzzle box stuff. Honestly, their mom sounds really cool. Except for the parts where not so much, but...
Salmonberry Park. Huh. Is that some kind of commune?
Looks like it. So weird to imagine her living in a community like that. With, other people.
The weirdest part is how they all seem to love her. Where was prom queen Mary Ann when the whole town was turning on us?
From the good people of Salmonberry Park, Kodiak Island, June 1992. Don't be a stranger. Keep on looking for those answers to the questions in your head, to which you're blind, smiley face. Shelley. We miss you already, Solon Bronwyn. Sorry we're losing you to modern civilization. We'll miss your positive attitude and your adventurous spirit. Also, your wild edibles picking skills. Pretty Marcus. Bon voyage, Marianne. Rick. Marianne, you had the warmest, most beautiful aura, and I know you'll keep on shining wherever you land. Peace and blessings. Harita. Thanks for being our little ray of sunshine. Godspeed. Kabo and Wadi. I like your pictures. Love, Kamala. Wow, I would hate it there. Letter time.
Her father.
Marianne, I hope this letter finds you, but since you didn't leave any contact information, I will have to send it to your aunt and hope for the best. I'm writing to inform you that your mother passed away last week. We just had a funeral reception. The house had been filled with people all day. Friends, family, colleagues, and church members. It's now 11 p.m., and I'm sitting alone at the kitchen table, surrounded by dozens of trays of food, flowers, and sympathy cards. Your cousin, Adie, brought in a beautiful photo album full of our holiday pictures in La Connor. You're there in all of them, but you weren't here today. We haven't heard from you in 4 years and can only hope you made it to Alaska or wherever you are, and that you and your child are both safe. Child singular? Your mother had been sick and depressed for years, and you can imagine why. The pain of being shunned by her own daughter. Oh, fuck you! Knowing she would never get to see her grandchild grow up. It spread through her body like cancer and consumed her completely. All this suffering simply because you ran away like a temperamental little girl. Jesus shit! Instead of accepting her help when you got pregnant out of wedlock, after dropping out of college and without a penny to your name. She only stepped up to help because she knew you weren't ready to raise a child properly, Marianne. A mother's duty doesn't end when her children leave home. Now that you're a mother yourself, I hope you'll begin to understand that good parenting isn't about coddling children. It's about providing for them and shaping them into the people they're supposed to become, whether they like it or not. I won't trouble you again. You've made your intentions clear. I just thought you should know. Dad. I think Brent might be our dad. Yeah.
What the hell? Marianne was
I mean, that's not
pregnant
who wrote this
in
letter.
1992, before she even got here.
Before us. Do we have a long-lost sibling out there somewhere?
It's possible, but
What?
she could have given it up or miscarried. Who knows?
Yeah, you're right. Do you think we could track down her father?
You mean the grandfather she never told us about? I don't think I want to.
You're not at all excited about having more family.
You saw the letter.
Dude sounds
I
like a
don't think
dick.
we want any part of that.
Fine. Let's keep digging.
Music getting spicy. Okay, where's the light at now?
This just lit up, so I think we're supposed to try this one next.
What's this?
It's the same one.
Some sort of map?
Oh. So
That's the Gold Lady's castle.
castle to claw? No. I don't think she left for school. I think it's... Yeah, I think that's... The clock is
Some sort of clock?
engineering. Because that's what it was before. And then... Oh. You're right.
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry flowers.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
that degree in outdoor studies is paying off.
And then here and then cabin?
This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver. This is the princess's. It seems like it's not doing anything.
Fuck.
Maybe it's broken.
Oh. I got it. I got it. Yeah, we start. Oh, whoops. We start
That's
here,
the Gold Lady's castle.
and then we go salmonberry,
What's that plant thing on top?
and then
Oh,
we go.
those are definitely salmonberry
Oh
flowers.
fuck.
Hey, that degree in outdoor studies is paying
I
off.
think it's clock, and then it's either clock and then dinner, or dinner and then clock.
Some sort of clock. This looks
Oh right,
like a
it's clock and then
party
dinner
with the
because
old bear
the
and
clock
very
thing
old
was in
beaver.
Juneau. She went from the commune to Juneau, then from Juneau to here, and then.
This is the princess's. Damn it! Why is nothing happening?
Is it the house before dinner? Was it she moved
This is
here
the
and then she made
princess's house.
friends?
This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver.
Hey!
Yes.
Look at us go.
What's in there? Another letter?
Oh.
The princess's loss. Is this from the Book of Goblins?
Not that I know of.
Princess's Lost
Well,
Treasure.
sure looks like it
achievement
could be.
unlocked. The Princess's Loss. Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. She made it through the woods and to that house with nothing left but the clothes on her back and a single item from her old life, a splendid tiara. She lost almost everything in her desperate flight from the mad hunter. The trees tore the rucksack from her back and shredded her dress and left a pattern of red welts on her skin. But through it all she clutched the tiara close to her chest, fearing any misstep could cause it to fall from her arms and break. The tiara had its own spot in the big wooden house, a pillow near the window, where sun would catch on its surface to shine and wink. The princess could stare for hours at the tiara, marveling in its beauty and running her thumb down its curves. Every morning she would wake, and she would tend to it, polishing its every surface to be sure it shone as brightly as it possibly could. Then she would pluck it up, place it upon her head, and walk the woods, feeling somehow more complete. Because what, after all, was a princess without a crown? Every night, she would place it upon its pillow, give it a quick kiss, and go to bed. On her way, she would pause and glance back to be sure it was still there. She hated to be separated from it, but she knew it was safest on the pillow while she slept. One night, the princess woke to a raging storm. The wind howled against the walls, rattling the windows in their panes. Fearing a gust might burst open a window and blow the tiara to the ground, she plucked it from its pillow and brought it to bed with her. All through the night she held the tiara close, and in the morning she woke to find herself still cradling it. The storm had passed, and the princess relaxed. That day was the same as any other, though she perhaps gave the tiara an even more thorough cleaning, grateful as she was that nothing had gone wrong. That night she placed the tiara upon its pillow, gave it a quick kiss, and went to bed, pausing on her way to be sure it was still there. In the morning, she woke and sensed immediately that something was wrong. In the living room, the tiara lay upon the ground, broken, dull, and faded. Nothing else in the room had changed. The pillow was exactly where she had left it. The window was closed. There had been no storm, no wind, no sign that anything at all could have gone amiss. Only the broken tiara, mute upon the ground. She picked it up and held it in her arms with a guttural cry, but though she tried to fix and to polish it, it was gone, beyond repair, and with no shine left. The princess held the tiara through the day and through the next night, sitting in the same spot at the window where she used to polish it. When the sun rose, she looked outside, and her gaze fixed on a sapling. She remembered how this sapling had survived the winter, clinging to life despite the frozen, unforgiving earth. Without a word, she went out and buried the tiara in the ground beneath the sapling, and as the final scoop of dirt fell, the tiara felt truly gone, and with it, the final link to her old self. She could only go forward and find a new place for herself in this world, where she was no longer truly a princess in a tiara and a beautiful gown, but a wan woman, alone in a deep and ancient wood. And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure, and her title.
And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure. And
I think so, yeah.
That was the story she read us that night.
It makes sense now.
Yeah. She got pregnant. And she ran away to start a new life. And then she made her way to Delos Crossing, where she was finally happy. But then the baby died.
I can't even imagine how she must have felt. She left everything behind, built a whole new life for him. And then he was just gone.
I guess having us helps her move on. But when it looked like we were going to be taken away, she snapped. She just couldn't lose any more children. It really wasn't anything we did.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this.
I don't either, but all I wanted was to understand what happened to her. And now I do.
Yeah. But we still haven't seen what's in that chest. Okay, so how do we open it?
E O L and E.
Why are these pictures from the Book of Goblins here?
I don't know.
What's this over here? Oh, wow. Oh. What? What are we setting down?
The wise princess goes in the big wooden house, of course.
Our collectibles.
The Mad Hunter, always on the princess's trail. Moonhag's gotta be imprisoned in her lake. Crafty goblins go here. That's the pious pelican spot.
Oh, we don't have that one. Damn it.
Gold Lady stays locked up in her castle. We'll let the mangy muskrat have his rock back. The Ice King goes in the forest, obviously. There you go, stalwart moose. Back in your pond, big frog.
Oh, God, I hate that we don't have all of them.
The princess lost her most precious treasure. That's why it all happened.
I still can't wrap my head around it.
All right, should be easy enough.
Oh. Oh, I bet you're right.
Yes.
Yep. What the fuck?
Whoa.
Did it just get darker in here?
This is bonkers. I'll look at this first.
Ollie. She noticed. That was her
Dear
son.
Allison and Tyler. You write stories to understand and be understood. But what good is a story without a first act? I'm sorry I kept mine from you for so long. All my love, goblins.
Why does she have a photo of that tree locked in here?
Oh, God.
Is that...
Leo Ronan.
Why didn't she tell us about him? Why didn't she tell us any of this?
I mean, it's fucking terrible. That's why. Allie, did we do the right thing opening this?
We did. It's better we know what happened, even if it's hard. And there's one more thing we need to see.
Are you sure?
Yes. Come on, let's go to the dock. It's time to finish this.
Hold on, I wanna... Yeah.
A baby blanket?
Hey, now that we're done with the important stuff, maybe we can take a crack at these?
Take a crack at which? What? Oh, these. Can we do something with this?
The very old beaver's repair list.
That's the story where the princess's house gets damaged by a storm and the animals help her fix it.
Yeah. What did they do to fix it again?
Ooh. Ah. Hoo. Ha. Hoo. 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 Where's the beaver stuff? Beaver stuff. Where? What? Ah. Oh, save the old beaver. Trick the muskrat. No. Think of this one. Yeah. Beaver fixes the house. Once upon a time in an ancient deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. One night, a particularly violent storm shook the house. It shook the shingles on the roof and the planks in the walls. It even shook the beams on which the house stood, blowing the whole thing near to the ground. The princess hid in a closet, fearing the house would come down on her as she slept. In the morning, the house was still standing, but it was badly damaged. The storm had blown shingles off the roof and planks off the walls, and even bent a post upon which the house stood. The first two things she could fix, but the last concerned her. What will I do? Despaired the wise princess, for though she knew many things, she did not know how to fix the big wooden house. So it's the post upon which the house stood. Just then, Old Bear came by to see if the princess had any trouble in the storm. When he found her nailing planks back into place, he said, "Stop, princess, and let me do that for you." "I'm happy to do it," said the princess, "but if you want to help with the roof, you may." When the pair were done with the roof and the walls, they examined the bent support post. "I could throw my body against it," said the old bear. "I am very large." He stretched up onto his hind legs, being sure the princess could appreciate how very large he was, then charged straight at the post. He threw his body against it with an impressive thud. The impact moved the post, but too far, and it ended up bent in the other direction. The wise princess decided more precision was needed. She thought then of the very old beaver, who kept an excellently crafted dam. Perhaps she can help. She went back for the very old beaver, and found the industrious animal hard at work slapping down mud on a part of her dam that had been blown apart in the storm. Most of the structure was unharmed, because the beaver was very good at building things. The princess knew she had come to the right place. "Beaver," she said, "my house was damaged in the storm. Would you help me fix it?" "I believe I could do that, yes," said the very old beaver, and she paused at fixing her own den to follow the princess. The very old beaver examined the big wooden house and nodded. "It would be an easy fix," she said, and she set about righting the post with loud slaps of her tail. When she was done, the wise princess stroked the beaver's head. "Thank you, beaver," she said. "The wind blew the shingles off the roof and the planks off the walls, and even bent this post. Now, thanks to you, I still have a home." "Think nothing of it," said the very old beaver, who returned to work on her own den once again. That winter, the very old beaver grew ill, very ill. She was not able to fix her den nor to gather food. When the princess found out, she set about delivering meals to the beaver. She brought stews of corn and beans and baskets full of bark and twigs from the beaver's favorite aspen. One day, the wise princess noticed that the beaver's den had begun to fall apart. She set about fixing it, and though she was not as talented as the very old beaver, the fix kept the creature warm and dry. "Thank you," said the very old beaver. "Of course," said the princess. "You helped me when the storm blew my house near to the ground. Thanks to you, I still have a home, and I am happy to do the same." The princess continued to nurse the old beaver until the day she came to the dam, and the forest was still. No birds sang, no branches rustled, no small things skittered within the underbrush. "Oh," said the princess, staring sadly at the dam, for she knew the old beaver had passed on. "Goodbye, my friend." And that is how the very old beaver saved the big wooden house, and how the wise princess repaid her kindness. That's real sweet. Where's the big post?
She slapped the post with her tail to right it.
I think do they want us to do all of them? Okay.
She fixed the roof shingles. She fixed the planks that were... All right.
There we go.
Damn. That must have been rough on Eddie.
Yeah, he doesn't really like to talk about her.
Dear Marianne, you cover your ears every time I try to have this conversation with you, so I thought I'd have a better chance doing this in a letter. Look at that handwriting, though. I know you don't like saying goodbye, so I'll keep my melancholic rambling short and sweet. I want to thank you with all my heart for taking care of me these past few months. I can't imagine how exhausting it must have been for you to look after a sick old lady when you also have 2 small children at home. I know you want me to keep fighting this disease and hoping for recovery, but it's always been a great strength of mine to know when it's time to let go, and that time has come. I'd like to ask you for one last favor. Please take care of Eddie after I'm gone. My poor boy puts on a brave front ever since his father died, but I know he's in pain. I would be so much more at peace knowing he still has family. Maybe you could teach the kids how to fish. He loves spending time with them. Thank you for the warmth and peace you brought to my life. Give the kids a kiss for me, will you? Carol. Whew.
The crafty goblin's good deeds.
Of course. The goblins had to help out the creatures of the forest to pay off their debt to the pelican.
Well, what did they do?
You know, I don't really remember.
But the book does. The goblins trick the Mad Hunter. The goblins save the old beaver. Goblins irritate the Ice King. The princess's party? No. Oh, we have a list of stories here. Goblins trick the Mad Hunter, earn their voice, save the old beaver. I don't. The which thing? This looks like when the pelican forgives. But it looks like this one. Pelican forgives the goblins. Once upon a time in a deep and ancient forest there lived a pair of crafty goblins in a cave below a big wooden house. They lived with a wise princess who shared as much food with them as she was able, but it was never quite enough. This left the goblins hungry. Very hungry. Always hungry. One day, as they were out foraging for food, the pious pelican landed on a rock and dumped a smorgasbord from her beak, which the goblins knew was magic and never emptied. There were king crabs in red, blue, gold, and scarlet, veiny blue shrimp, pink shelled scallops, oblong brown clams, purple spiny urchins, and even one prickly red sea cucumber. The food just kept coming. They watched as the pelican ate one clam and then took a nap. Do you think she would mind if we took just a little? Asked one of the goblins to the other. Her beak never empties. She won't possibly miss a couple of crabs, said the second, licking her lips. They were agreed, and so they crept over, filled some crabs, and ran. The goblins scarfed the crabs, but when they finished, they found that they were still hungry. She won't miss a handful of shrimp, said one goblin to the other. The goblins scarfed the shrimp, but when they finished, they found that they were still hungry. Maybe also a few scallops, said one goblin to the other. The goblins scarfed the scallops, but when they were finished, they found that they were still hungry. So they went back for clams, and then urchins, and finally even the sea cucumber. Finally, they were not hungry, but there was also nothing left. Just then the pelican woke up. What happened to my food? She asked. Unable to lie about it, the goblins confessed their crime. The pelican was dismayed, but she was a charitable-hearted bird, and she could tell the crafty goblins were growing little creatures. Goblins, said the pious pelican, I will share my food with you, but you must, in return, follow my example and be as generous with others as I am with you. Take that to heart, and I will have considered your debt paid. But we have nothing to give, said the goblins. You have your nimble hands and your crafty brains and your loving hearts, said the pelican. The crafty goblins realized how much they had to give, and for the rest of the day, they looked for ways to help the other creatures of the forest. They found the stalwart moose struggling with an itchy, hard-to-reach spot on his back, and so they climbed up and gave it a good scratching. Next, they helped the old bear, who could not get the honey out of a narrow beehive. They climbed up to the top of the tree with the hive, and then dropped it, cracking it open. Finally, when they found the princess crying over a loss she would not speak about, so they wrapped their little arms around her in a great big hug and stayed until she felt better. When they were done, they returned to the pious pelican. Did it feel as good being as generous as I am? Asked the pelican. It did, said the goblins. I'm glad, said the pelican. We all have problems that we can't solve on our own, but if everyone goes about with generosity in their hearts, then there is always someone on hand to help. But we all must commit to do so, or there may be no one there to help you when you need it. This made sense to the goblins, and they thanked the pious pelican for her food and the lesson. Of course, by this time they were hungry again, and that remained an ongoing problem until the day the stalwart moose taught them to fish, but that is another story. And that is how the pious pelican forgave the crafty goblins, and how she taught them charity. Drop the
They
beehive.
broke open the beehive for the bear.
Hug the princess.
They hugged the princess when she was crying.
And scratch
They gave the
moose.
stalwart moose a good scratch on the back. Nailed it. Our lives would have been so different if their friendship hadn't gone to shit.
The Pelican Crossing is a specialty gift boutique located near the O'Shea Glacier catering to Gastineau Channel tourists as well as Delos Crossing locals. Catering to Gastineau Channel tourists as well as Delos Crossing locals. Okay. We specialize in an assortment of high-quality products from home accessories, handmade souvenirs to personalized apparel, and locally made art. The Pelican Crossing will be the first store to act as a relay between the buzzing arts and crafts scene and customers. In addition to a wide array of novelty handcrafted products, the consumer will enjoy friendly and knowledgeable customer service from Vecchi store co-owner Tessa Vecchi and up-and-coming artist Marianne Ronan. This business plan is prepared to obtain financing in the amount of $20,000 to purchase inventory and to help cover expenses in the first year of operations. In year 1, the Pelican Crossing plans to break even, and in year 2, we plan to generate a moderate profit. Working on the executive summary part of our business plan. What do you think, Tessa? The old bear's gifts for the princess.
The old bear's gifts for the princess. I'm totally blanking on that story. What did he give her again?
Why don't we open up the book and...
Yeah. Bear. Bear's big paws. Bear. I think it's... Oh. This is the one. Once upon a time, in the ancient and deep forest, the old bear stood on the bank of the river, swiping at salmon on their way to the spawning grounds. Just as he'd gotten his paw on a particularly fat one, he heard a woman shouting for help. He considered simply eating his salmon, but then she screamed again, and he lumbered over to investigate. After a short walk, he found the princess clinging to the top of the tree, while a wolf snarled and snapped at the base of the tree. Old Bear would normally not get in the middle of such a situation. After all, as a fellow predator, he understood the wolves need to hunt. But when he saw the princess, he was struck by her beauty, and he knew he had to help. With a great roar, the bear heaved onto his hind legs, rising to his full height. The wolf snapped and snarled in his direction, but the bear roared again, and the wolf took off into the trees, tail between his legs. The old bear fell back down onto all fours and stared up at the princess. She regarded him fearfully. "You can come down," he said. "How do I know you didn't save me just so you could eat me yourself?" asked the princess. "I suppose this is a fair question," admitted the old bear, "but I promise I won't eat you." The princess had no reason to trust the old bear, except that he had kind eyes, and so she slowly made her way down the tree. When she reached the ground, the bear only watched her, and so she supposed she was not going to be eaten today. "Thank you," she told the old bear. "Of course," he said. "Can I walk you back to your home?" "Of course," said the princess. And so the princess and the old bear walked together through the forest, back to the big wooden house. After that day, the princess would occasionally find gifts from the bear: a fresh-caught salmon, a handful of ripe berries, a newly bloomed bluebell. One spring, when a sudden thaw flooded the path out of the princess's home, the old bear was there, and she rode his back across the river. The old bear began to think that the princess should be his mate. After all, she had no mate, and she needed one, and he could keep her warm and provide her a much more suitable den, and catch fish for her and protect her from wolves. She, in turn, would brush out his fur and pick berries without smooshing half of them, and scratch that one part of his back he couldn't reach. And with how she took care of the goblins, she would be an excellent mother for his cubs. One day, the old bear came with a ring of spruce and asked the princess to be his bride. I'm sorry, said the princess. You are a very good friend, and I appreciate all you've done for me, but I cannot marry you. You're a bear. I'm a princess. It would never work. The old bear was crushed. Can we still be friends? He asked. We will always be friends, said the princess, but I will never marry you. The old bear and the princess carried on their friendship, and after 1 year he tried again to ask her to be his bride, but once again she refused him. This happened 1 year later, and 1 year after that. And then finally the princess said, Old bear, you are my dear friend, and I appreciate all you have done for me, but I would sooner you have left me to the wolves than marry you, and that is how I will always be. I have my hands full with the 2 goblins who live under my house, and they are all I need. That wounded the old bear deeply, but it was finally enough to stop his proposals. They remained friends, and he continued to give her gifts of fresh salmon and ripe berries, and newly bloomed bluebells, but the old bear never again asked the princess to be his bride, much as he might have wanted to. And that is how the princess befriended the old bear, and how she refused him. Interesting. So bluebells? Bluebells? No. Nope. Salmon. Yeah. Yeah. Look at us go! Oh boy. My mouth is dry. I'm reading so much. Sorry for the note under the door like a prison inmate. You okay? I stopped by and rang a couple times this week, but you didn't answer. I could see the light in the hayloft, so I figured you were in, but didn't want to talk. I hope I didn't ruin everything. I know I probably came on kind of strong, but the thing is I don't know how to talk to a woman like you. You are strong and kind, and you know so much it's hard for me to know how to keep up. I guess all that went to my head. But I want you to know I got the message. I'm going to get out of your hair now, and there doesn't need to be any bad feelings. You can pass in the street and say hello or not. It's okay. P.S. I noticed your car was leaking, so I put some sealant in there. You might need to take it to the shop, though. Let me know if you want me to come with you, because sometimes those guys try to rip you off. If not, no big deal. Sam. Damn, Sam. He really did. Yeah. Not so much. Thievery. Theft. Stealing. Ah, there we go. Princess and the Two Thieves. Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. The house was built from the strong wood of the forest, and it kept the princess warm and safe. The princess was not a native of the forest, but she never spoke about where she had come from, for it made her cry. She did not have many friends, but that was how she liked it. The forest was big and deep, and many paths led to her house, but not many visitors passed by. The princess was happy to be left alone in the big house in the deep forest. She knew that the forest would provide for her, but that its generosity had to be respected. So she only took what she needed, and for a long time life was just fine for the princess in a big wooden house. One winter day, when snow blanketed the earth and ice bent the trees low, the wise princess realized that food was disappearing from her house. It was not much at first, only a few fruits and nuts and eggs vanishing during the night. Maybe it's the birds, she said, or the mice. And for a time the princess was okay with losing some food for the winter. For the winter was long, and little creatures needed to eat too. But then small items started to disappear as well. Spoons and plates, forks and knives, and blankets. It was as if every time she was in one part of the house, something disappeared in another room. That can't be birds or mice, said the princess. I think I have a thief. So she went outside to look for traces in the snow and noises in the wind, but there was nothing to be found nor to be heard. That's strange, said the princess. Maybe the thief is hiding inside my house. For many days she hunted, looking behind the curtains and under the bed, in the attic and the chimney, behind the poles and under the carpets, but she found nothing. And as she searched, food kept on disappearing night after night. "I'll make a cake," frowned the princess. "A big cake, with every egg and fruit and nut I still have, so that I only have one thing to keep my eye on." She spent the whole day making the cake and using everything she had left. The cake she made was so big she could hardly carry it. "If I manage to protect the cake, I'll be able to survive the long winter," she said. So she added a lock to the oven, and she kept the big cake safe inside. But the next morning the lock had been opened and the cake had disappeared. At first, the princess cried because that cake was the last of her food until the snow melted. But then she noticed 2 trails of tiny feet in the spilled flour, and she followed the tracks to a hidden hatch in the floorboards. This is how the princess realized that 2 tiny thieves were living under the wooden house, right below her feet. Yeah. Okay, so spoons. No. Oh, there's the eggs. Yeah! That's all of them, right? Yeah. No! Yeah, let's go. We didn't have the collectibles. Crumble, crumble, crumble. It's just, y'all should play this game yourself and get all the collectibles. Since we... I fucking... I can't believe you, Summer. I can't believe you would do this to me. Here we fucking go. Come on. Come on, goblins. You were right. No way. That motherfucker. He's running for mayor. Oh! Damn, Allison. Fuck. Let's fucking get him. Remember at the beginning of this game when we said every town has a Tom? We're still right, but we're a different kind of right. Yeah. Come on, Tom. The fuck out of your car. I don't like the look of this. Damn, Allie! Yeah. Yeah. Oh, kiss my ass. Yeah. You spineless coward. Uh... Yeah, you tried to... But you did. You hurt several somebodies. You do a lot of that, yeah. Uh... I want to do the follow-ups and the questions we're asking. What if we dunk him in the lake? Oh my god! You have failed this city, Tom Becky. Oh. Oh my god. Yeah. Ugh. Ugh. Love is not the... No. Mayoral campaign, huh? Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, sure. He looks so worried. Mm-mm. Yeah. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, yeah. Oh, fuck you, Tom. I already confessed to a cop, bitch. He already knows. Yeah, Tyler. Yep. He's a Tom. Lives? Yeah. Yeah. Did he? Is this like a Children of the Corn? I'm worried that the two small kids are going to murder me with this one pair of scissors. Like, yeah. Yeah. We need to figure out this voice thing. Beautiful. Oh, fuck you, video game. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah. I fucking hate Tom, but I think that's right. Yeah. Well, and like, and Allie's right. Like having that thing that Tyler said thrown back, like, it makes sense. I think it's the exact same. Yeah. They do. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Dealing with weird metaphysical vision shit, like that's... Yeah. Tom had ample opportunity to do the right thing. Oh. That's a really cute mug. That it? Six months later. In the ground. All right, dude. I mean, big life changes, I think, often should be accompanied by big hair changes. Summer has never wanted to bang twins before, but now. Thanks, Dad. Uh. Oh, whoops, wrong button. My bad. If it lets us check again, I'll ask that one. Cute. Heard about Tom? Get fucked! um... um, hey goblins, word in town is you guys finally sold the house and came by tonight to help you fix what needs to be fixed, but there's nobody home. Are you gone already? Things change so fast these days. Anyway, you know where to find me if you want me to fix things. If you're still in town, I mean. It's getting late and I'm pretty tired. Oh, and I'm sorry for acting like that stupid ass I am. Everywhere I look, I think about what used to be. I've been trying to do better, but I think it might be too late for an old bear like me. Not sure if this will reach you. It's getting late. Call me if you're still around. Be safe, Sam. P.S. I wish it was as easy to fix everything as a boat. Ah, buddy. Mm-hmm. Taking them pictures. Yeah. Huh? Huh? I'm sorry, Summer. Hold on, let me be thorough just for you. Oh, it's a little... cute. We're not taking it. Yeah, do you want me to read this or should we go? We're gonna go. I don't know. Let's check through the door. We could check it upstairs, yeah. Not now, hiccups. Oof. Hey, look at the paper airplane. Yeah. Just two little goblin emojis. I want tell me why stickers for Signal or whichever chat app. Juneau University. Join us. Apply now. Seriously. I'm in. Tessa Vecchi, Allison, you'll find enclosed in this letter your severance check. I have also packed up the last of the personal items you left for you to pick up at the store. Please coordinate with Michael to see when is the best time for you to come by. I wish you the best of luck with your future endeavors. Tessa. Yep. Mayor Scow sails to victory. But if I remember correctly, a scow is a type of sailboat. I could be wrong. Might be thinking of a schooner. Which stuff? Like the laptop or? Fine. Fine. Okay. Let's read this. Let's read this thing. Michael, must be a relief to finally be done with the place. Tyler, no doubt. If traffic's not too bad, I should be back at our place around 4. Our place, yeah. Traffic in Delos, only if the mailbox bandit escaped. Hey, I'm making that biscuit thing you like. Damn! On my way. I'll probably take out some fire hydrant and stop signs. Don't die. I'll keep it warm. See you in a few. Very cute. Chattington app. Yeah. Love that for them. And the pictures? Okay. Let's go. Leave the house for good. All caps. Hell yeah. Achievement unlocked. Twins for life. I think that means we did a good job making them. Oh, I bet if we made a bunch of choices that distance them from each other, then that choice at the end with the voice and probably that ending bit would have been different. Whew. Damn! What a game! Holy shit. Yes. Absolutely. I mean, I love Life is Strange. I think it's great. The soundtrack is amazing. And it's a different kind of story. But this was just... Ooh, so good. I love that... Tyler's closure is information. Right? Like, just knowing. Like, he stated what he needed, and when he got it, like, that's what he needed. But Allison still got her moment, right? Allison still got to, like, the closing of the overall game. I like that it ends on Tyler because it keeps the story centered on him. But Allison doesn't get, like, forgotten by the story. The closing of Marianne's story ends with Allison. Like, they both get a real moment in the spotlight. Yeah. I like that they don't make Tom not a piece of shit. Like, they don't try to pull some Max thinking that everyone's being too hard on what's his name about Tom. You piece of shit. Production babies. Yeah. Yeah. And they don't give him the mayoral race. They don't do any of that. That was good. I've mentioned it a couple times, once or twice. I feel a little weird about how cops are handled in this game, especially given this year. And obviously a lot of the writing for this happened before most white people in the US, I think I can say pretty fairly, really critically engaged with policing in any significant way. But, like, I don't want a product of their time, a game that came out this year, right? Like, I feel weird about how Eddie is handled. Like, the game does do some work to criticize policing, but still ultimately it lands on this, like, but the lady who likes huskies and the Iditarod and whatnot goes and does youth stuff, and, like, Eddie's such a nice guy without ever dealing with the college thing. That's the thing that kills me, is, like, the game never addresses the fact that he lied about Allison getting into college. And maybe we just missed the dialogue option for that. But that's huge to me. Yeah. Absolutely. I guess. Well, and I guess I'm not against him existing in the story. I'm not against their relationship. I guess there's a lack of Exactly. That's sort of my thing. And like I a lot of what happened in the game around the cops I could maybe be cool with. But the fact that like Greg's is a piece of shit, frankly. Like fuck that guy. His whole conversation that tossed Allison into that panic attack, like if more of it had been that and less like my friend who loves dogs and my dad who I will defend despite everything, like, and that's not to say that cops can't like dogs and cops can't have kids that they care about. It's just like when they had done some work to like they had put in some of the work, I guess. It feels incomplete to me in that respect. What about you? What do you think about the game? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or hating Chloe. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Glad. Damn. Mm-hmm. Right. Which, I mean, is what they did with Max's time travel powers, right? It's just like, it's here and we're not going to tell you why. People who didn't want to do puzzles or who couldn't get it. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll go through these and then we'll. Allison was influenced by Tom's testimony. 64% believed what Tom said. Yeah. 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 I mean, I sort of felt what that scene was trying to tell us, right? When she ran off into the woods and heard this thing. Yep. Yeah. Well, and we said pretty early on. I don't know if we said it on camera, if it was when we were talking after one of these streams, but we 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 both were like, I think maybe she was gonna kill herself. Um. So. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. When they mentioned it, they mentioned it in game too. They were like, it felt like she was throwing a party for herself. Twins trusted their bond and kept their voice. 94%. Wow, interesting. Yeah. Eddie Brown. Eddie was relieved that Allison accepted responsibility for the murder. 65% confessed the truth. Sam felt understood. 68% listened to Sam's story instead of confronting him with his addiction, which was 32%. Yeah. 67% kissed Michael. 33% are fucking cowards. Oh, thank you, Dontnod. If you or anyone you know are struggling with suicidal thoughts or experiencing emotional crisis, you can find help using these resources. You matter, and we need you in the world. God, what a good developer. Percentages of the player base. Yep, percentages of all people. Did you like this chapter? Yes, 5 stars. Which actually brings us to, I gotta give this a letter grade, Summer. Holy shit. Wow. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is a strong endorsement. Okay. Well, I was going to give it a different grade. But now I'm thinking about it. I think no, I was going to give it an A minus, but I think I'm going to give it an A. I wish they had committed harder to some of the things. But overall, like, they earned so many extra credit points for doing so many things so well. It made certain things hit a lot harder. For sure, but also it feels really validating to see media get things so right. It shows me that they cared. And that feels really good. That's so much of what I loved about Life is Strange, right? Is that they did a lot to show that they cared, and that they cared about getting things right and doing right, not just by like people represented by the game, but like doing right by the players of the game, and caring for you as someone who is playing this thing that they made. Yeah, so I'm gonna give this an A. It would be an A plus if it were perfect, but I think I don't know. We should be writing this down, right? Like we should be. I'll go back. Actually, yeah, there we go. Someone, this is your quest, YouTube. This is your mission. This message will self-destruct in 30 seconds. Your mission, if you so choose to accept it, is to go back to the final episode of each of the games that we've played here on Really Playing Games, and 1, like that video, and then 2, come back here and leave a comment telling us what letter grades we've given each of the games we've played. Absolutely not. I don't think you have. That's why I was so surprised. I was like, maybe she'll give it an A. Maybe. Hell yeah. It's okay. We've brought ourselves to a new high after Broken Age. Yeah. But we're just going to completely destroy ourselves. We are going to metaphorically smash ourselves against the rocks with our next game. I'm so scared. Unfortunately, it's not a fresh playthrough for either of us. We've both tried to play. Tried, I think, is the important word, to play. Yep. We're... I would say I put like a good, I don't know, 20 hours into it and probably still only had maybe that percent, like 20% of the game done. Yeah, we're gonna be coming back with The Witness, which is a puzzle game with a story, and that some of the puzzles are like an actual nightmare to complete. But we're gonna do it. Wow, really? Okay. Hot damn. Yep. But we've been playing a lot of really story-focused games, which I really enjoy. But part of that means like we've had some puzzles here and there, but also like we haven't really had a whole lot of opportunity to get stumped and ask chat for help, and I feel like we will have, as much as I will want to like give it the good old college try ourselves, I suspect we will hit some puzzles where we're like, chat, help. Because when I played it with friends, back when you could have people in your house. Oh God. And we just sat on the couch and we would just sit at a puzzle. I remember there was one puzzle that we got to where we got stuck and we just sort of ended there. My friends went home, and then I was still in college at the time. I went the next day to my classes, and I was sitting in the computer lab, just thinking about this one puzzle, and I like opened up Photoshop and I solved the puzzle in Photoshop. I like made everything I needed, and then I messaged it to my friend. I was like, I figured out the puzzle, you have to come over. It's gonna be good. Yeah. Well, it's gonna take us a million years. Yeah. So yeah. Right. So look forward to that in the coming week, hopefully. And if you need to tide yourself over, we have several games we've already played. If you're watching this on YouTube, one of them will, or maybe two of them will be linked at the end of this video in the outro thing. But yeah, thanks so much. We don't usually outro for this, but yeah. Christmas is gonna happen between now and the next time we stream for sure. So Merry Christmas to y'alls that do that, and thank you for the bits. Thank you again for the gift subs, Summer, and for the resub rock. Bye, bitches.